Guys, welcome back to Let's Play Shadow Hearts. Last time we took care of Yamaraja Earth, who was not Earth Elemental but Water Elemental. This time, with all the monsters cleared out of the village and making sure to have collected our prize both from the shrine and from this guy, we can move on with the game. This is one of those games where you probably want to have multiple save files even if you're not making a Let's Play, just to make sure, you know, you're not missing out on any items. Sure is dead around here. Well, it was. I guess they were undead or demons, and now all the demons are dead, so I don't think there was anyone buying from you anyway. The way it works with his, how much it costs for each level, there'll be a base price depending on what weapon it is. It'll be 3 times that price to get, for level 1. For level 2, it'll be 3 times the price, and for the next value, for the third one, it'll be double that 3 times value. So it'll be, say, 5, 15, and then 40, and then 30. So that's kind of how it works in terms of how much it costs. It doesn't really affect us all that much, and we won't be using it too much early on, just because I want to save on as much money as possible. Anyway, so long. Yeah, it seems odd. They, both Meiwan and Zhuzhen seemed like they were working together. But yeah, I don't know. They seem to be splitting apart at this point. Well, to each their own. So he's not flirting with you in a creepy manner there, Alice. I don't know, I get the impression that Meiwan was supposed to be, I don't know, not just, you know, like the archetypal gay character, quote unquote, but I don't know. Maybe he's supposed to be like super flaming or something like that, and that's supposed to be upsetting. I guess, you know, you don't really want to be hit on by someone if you're not interested in them, so I guess there's that. But yeah, they play up his advances on the male characters as if they don't want it. Yeah, we go from daytime to nighttime. It's kind of a weird switch there. Gotta return to your employer, so you're out too. We'll probably never meet again, but I hope your business doesn't fail. And then he laughs about it. Oh, what's with the music all of a sudden? One last thing.
One more thing. Powder of Komodo dragon tooth. One more thing. Picture of tortoise shell. One more thing. Castanets, the symbol of Cao Kuo Chu. In Chinatown.
One more thing. I love one more thing. You two meeting up, then me, then the events of the village. Somehow, I can't help feeling like all of this is connected by a single thread that someone has spun. If it is, it means we'll be meeting again somewhere. Anyway, take care. Somebody seems to know something. And I'm never going to get tired of the Jackie Chan Adventures references, so let's have fun with them. He is a strange fellow. Seems to know so much about everything, too. Only he were more generous about teaching me his secrets. I'm not exactly sure what you were looking for, but sure, why not? You can ask him then. That's true. Single thread spun by somebody. Wonder who that could possibly be. Pull the string for all it's worth. Kind of an odd phrase. And I don't know when they've mentioned this, but like in the last episode, I believe someone was talking about the fact that the soldiers were trying to take Alice to Fengtian. But I don't think they've ever acknowledged why we're going to Fengtian other than it's the next city that we go to. So we might as well go there. But first we're going to see what's happening with a bunch of other people. Well, we have Lieutenant Colonel Kawashima. Lieutenant Colonel Kawashima is... well, I shouldn't say anything at this point, but that is sarcasm in her voice. A man-eating tiger? No. They were, you know, trying to move Alice Elliott, Caucasian female, approximately 20 years old. Yeah. I don't see her body here. Am I to assume that the girl killed? Yeah, no. Definitely not. It pretty much is. Soldiers of the Imperial Army can't bring in one little girl. They don't just... Whoa. It's kind of dark. Ah, so apparently your father, I would guess based on that line, is either someone you deeply respect or is also in the military. We have a witness. An elderly peddler says a suspicious-looking man passed her in the aisle. Now, I'm going to cut back to the clip I showed during the intro there. We saw, I believe it was Roger going by this old person in a cloak. Now, when I first played the game, I thought that that was supposed to be Yuri hiding in the cloak, but maybe it wasn't this elderly peddler that they're using as their witness now. I'm not sure if that's how it works, but I'm guessing it's one or the other. A Western gentleman. And of course there was another man. A wiry youth. Probably a good way of describing him. Both headed in the direction of the saloon car. Oh, I guess they wanted to drink. Strange combination indeed. Have them sent to the capital. I don't like where this is going. Oh, you bitch! That is just rude. Wow. That was a 6-year-old that she was talking about, right? 6-year-old granddaughter? Damn, that is cold-hearted. Well, this is getting interesting. Girl possesses incredible powers. Wizened old demon in Shanghai. Interesting. Well, the plot thickens. Where are we now? Did you expect us to actually get somewhere today? No, we're gonna watch cutscenes. Hawaii. Hello. An anomaly, huh? Summoned you. 15 years, huh? Roger Bacon. I'm pleased to see you looking well, oh great magician. Master Dehuai, fallen ruler of the Nine Heavens, Earth Sage. Now, if you remember when we met Zhuzhen, he was starting to introduce himself as some kind of a ruler of the Nine Heavens. Kind of an interesting coincidence, eh?
I am Dao Long Wong, the Dark Master who defeated Fong.
You will pay for that!
Pasted on smile. I love that. He's an infectious plague. Well, considering what I've seen him do, yeah, that kind of makes sense. What brings you to Shanghai? Oh, we were talking about an old demon in Shanghai, and immediately we cut to this scene. I wonder if that's a coincidence. I already know. Of course you do. You've made a blunder, have you? I like his portrait. He just comes across as the nicest guy when you look at his portrait. And of course, everything's got to be a metaphor, sure. Making excuses, are we? You suspected he would go after the girl. Is that important, or? Small divertisement? I'm guessing that's the opposite of an advertisement. Sure, why not? Grand ceremony, huh? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Is that what he was doing? But of course. Oh. I love how they drop Roger and they just call him Bacon. It's great. Key to the ritual. Do everything within your power to help, huh? Apparently so. The Divine Septagram. Would that be... Is that 5? So like a... No, 5 is penta. Is that 6? I don't know. I can't remember. Almost complete, huh? The Demon Gate Invocation, huh? Sealing up the Protector of the North, the Black Tortoise. Ah, so we've found the meddler, have we? No longer matters. The Spirit Machine of Kuihai, I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. It's finally operational. Now focus entirely on finding the girl. That would be good to know for you guys, bad for us. I have eyes everywhere. Yeah, that's where we went to next. Oh, well, that's not good. Oh. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I find it so odd that we went to Fengtian for basically no reason, unless it's like the only city around. Well, pretty much every army is... well, I shouldn't say that. Not every army is staffed with morons, but in a video game sense, usually the police, security guards, the military, pretty much everyone is staffed with morons. Bothersome little fly. Oh. Girl is already mine. Well, you're heading there to probably make my life hell. observe your technique from afar. I get the impression that these two have an interesting relationship. And there's a lot of subtlety in a lot of their conversations. There's a rather odd fellow accompanying the girl. Even stranger, he's a harmonixer, a master of fusion. You seem rather worried about that. I guess that's a good sign for me. Do you now? Again, 15 years ago. Seems to be an important number. A few people have mentioned that so far. Forgive me, that was uncalled for. It's like, here, I'm going to take a shot at the fact that, yeah, if you can kind of tell, he's got one arm that seems mechanical and one leg that's mechanical. And he just kind of is like, oh, I'll remind you of that. And it's like, oh, forgive me, I guess I shouldn't have. Just like, you know, very much being a dick about it. Spies on me with impunity. Fraud of a warlock. Interesting. Again, the Demon's Gate invocation. Well, let's see. Demon, Gate, invoke. I'm guessing he's bringing a demon forward. Our success or failure depends entirely on that girl, huh? I wonder why. But yeah, we've spent 2/3 of this episode and we've already done absolutely nothing. We just watched cutscenes. Hopefully you enjoy cutscenes because the plot gets interesting when they happen. Especially when we go and figure out a little bit on some characters that we didn't know much about before. Or didn't know at all. Oh, so, you know, a little bit of sexism, but they were able to walk all night, and now they're napping during the day, apparently. Or, I guess, early morning, probably. Hey, puppy, what's up? Yeah, pretty cute for a dumb mutt. I'm not exactly sure what that voice was trying to say this time. But apparently the dog doesn't like it. Anyway, the idea here is we have to let her sleep, and it's talk to everybody syndrome. We need to talk to every single person in the screen here, and we see a hotel here with a lot of rooms and a lot of employees. A month's salary, holy crap. That is a very expensive hotel. And normally the hotels that have that many, well, I don't know, like I live in a smallish town of like 100,000 people, but I would suspect if you had that many rooms, it wouldn't be that expensive to stay there. Otherwise, how could you ever, you know, fill that many things? I'm just of the assumption that if you want to fill that many, you should, you know, focus on a target audience or a target demographic that can actually afford your places. If you're expecting everyone to pay, you know, a few grand for a room, I wouldn't expect a lot of people to be able to pay that. Lottery member number 15. It's the first time, so I'll explain. The ticket you have there is a lottery ticket. They force this dialogue on you because you're forced to get the lottery ticket as a drop from one of the previous bosses. When you have a ticket, you can play with members of the World Lottery Association. Don't tell anyone about the lottery unless they have a ticket. Lottery is secret. It's not shady. The chairman's just funny that way. Okay, sure. It does sound pretty fishy. What makes it even more fishy is it's not even a lottery. I'm not kidding, it's not a lottery. You'll see in a bit here, but... Anything more about the chairman? could mean my life if I told you any more. No. Strain on our beautiful French... What? Considering what I know about all of the other lottery members, it seems odd that he would say that. But, anyway. Proof is in the pudding. I would recommend you say no for now. Better shut my mouth. There aren't all that many lottery tickets out there either. There are a decent amount. There are only, I think, 15 or 16, I can't remember. The last one is technically number 1 or number 0. There's that many lottery players, but there's, I think, over 20 different lottery tickets that you can get. I think it's like 29, 27, somewhere around there anyway. Give it a try when you feel like it. Basically, you talk to him to advance the plots around here. We have dissatisfied Fumi here. Lots of Japanese folk in the town right now ever since they beat the Russians. Remember, this is the time of, I believe, World War I. So the alliances and what people are doing, it's usually correlated to what, you know, a number of events happening during the war at the time. My knowledge of World War I history is 0. So I'm just going to assume that some of these things actually, you know, tie into specific things. I'm not going to bother to look up every single little event and see if they line up. But some of them are more interesting than others, so I do want to at least talk about those. The way that the lottery works is you have to win at least one item from every single one of them if you're to unlock the final one, and that will be very important. So we're going to want to win at least one item from each lottery member, and I will of course talk about them whenever we get to the area there. Don't do the lottery with him for now. After a certain plot event, he will move positions to be right next to a save point, and then we'll do it with him there, so we can save and reload if we fail. It's slightly random, but more so it's based on our skill. And if I screw up, then I want to be able to reload. Place for architects and such. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see. We want to go up here because... where is it? There it is. We have a Talisman of Luck. Another Phoenix down. That, it's appreciated. We have Scared Soam. Soam? Japanese soldiers seem pretty tense this morning. Oh, that's not a good thing. Oh. I used that color before. She doesn't seem sure whether he's Japanese or not. It's kind of weird. Last person to talk to is the Silent Peddler. I don't know if he's the same Peddler we talked to before, the Wandering one. He might be, he might not be. I don't think he is. I think the Silent Peddler is usually separate, but I can't remember many times they both show up in the same town. So you're basically not a very good peddler. Draw customers. Call it the pedometer service. Let me give you this. We've received the pedometer, something we'll want equipped for pretty much the rest of the game. There are a number of items that you can get in terms of prizes from the steps that are counted. However, in order to get the ultimate one, you need to accumulate 10,000 steps on a single pedometer, and you can buy additional ones later on, but for now, we need to accumulate 10,000 on a single one. So right now we're going to work with one. We might buy another one later. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, he has nothing to sell, nothing to trade or anything like that. Sure, we'll put it on Yuri for now, the pedometer. It doesn't give us anything special. In addition to that, No, I think we'll give you... I think we'll give you that. We'll make you immune to poison. Sure, why not? Now we can talk to Alice. You don't remember getting here? Oh, having a nightmare. That's no good. It's a woman all alone crying. The one from the train. I wonder. Actually, it's been... Considering I only did one test run for this LP, now that I see that line, I'm like, you know what? That might actually reference something later on in the game. That's cool. I like that. I love it when they tie everything together. Nice. Couldn't see, huh? If he shows up again, I'll make him wish he didn't. Because I'm full of bravado. And we get a tee-hee out of the girl, because why not? Alright, we've got her back in the party, so we can go over here. And you're going to want to run up the alley. For some reason, they cut the music off. I'm not exactly sure why, but we get a tent for that. And as you approach over here, we talk to the shopkeeper, who is unhappy that the soldiers are scaring off the customers. There is another item around here, but we can't get it yet. So we're going to talk to the private over here. We're on full alert. Nobody gets through. So we got to go inside the... whatever this is. I guess it's a shop. Who are you? This music reminds me of something. I'm not sure if it's Chrono Cross or what. It reminds me of something. And we have Alluring Spy, claiming her name is Malkovich. I'm guessing that's a codename. Place the bomb in South something Railway Depot as scheduled. We'll blow up those cars. The Japanese army will be stuck here for at least 2 months. Oh, so you're against the Japanese. And you seem to have this thing going on with Kawashima. Though do note that she doesn't know what Kawashima looks like. Yeah, there's a good point for you. If you're supposed to be a professional, you shouldn't be, you know, all emotional. Our objective is to track the movements of the army, not cause unwanted trouble. You didn't set any unnecessary bombs this time. Oh. I think she has a thing for bombs or explosions. Don't worry, only one. Oh, so there's innocent people in there. And they have cute little lunch boxes. Okay, sure, why not? It'll go pop before the big one. Everyone will come running out, see what it was, and then, oh, so she's an alluring spy setting bombs to make things go difficult for the Japanese, but at the same time she doesn't want to kill any innocent people. There's a whole lot wrapped up in one already, and we just met her. I'd better finish up. Handiwork will be in the papers again. Make sure to check the morning editions. Interesting. She's got some kind of mechanical, I don't know, satellite phone or something like that. And hello. We've got Mei Wan here. You little devil. No, I don't think we need that. You definitely don't want to do that yet. What we want to do is we want to talk to the female shopkeeper. And if you remember, in the previous episode, we got the guild card. And the guild card has a crow and snake design on it. And with it, we will be able to get either a discount or raise prices when we sell items, and for some reason this works in every shop in the world. I'm not going to go over too much detail on it, but basically the idea here is we can buy stuff. And I'm going to save, because if you do this and try and gain a discount, which luckily the game is nice enough to default you to, we have to do a judgment ring. And if you fail, you don't get the discount. And I need to save as much money as possible. We want a knuckle blade for Yuri. Notice it increases his attack power dramatically. Get a shooting star tome for Alice. Now, because shopping in this game is going to be tedious because we have to do rings on each individual item, like if you wanted to buy more than one, it would only be one ring for all of those items. But unfortunately, you can't just go whole, all the stuff you want to buy, do one ring and be done with it. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. But because of that, I'm going to do most of the shopping off screen and then just come back in afterward and show you what I got. The idea here is if you screw up, then you can just reload and, you'll be fine. So here I'm buying one of the armors for each character, one of the weapons for each character, and that's pretty much it. If we want one other thing, it would be the Angel Feather, which cures paralysis. And I'm just going to buy 2 of those. You can get discounts on those too. And I'll note 2 other items here. All allies hit area doubles with a bronze dagger, and all allies indicators sweep half as fast with a gold hourglass. Both of which can be valuable and will be interesting, but it's not particularly important, right now. Later on, we might be able to use them, but one thing I would actually recommend you guys do if you're playing along is try not to use things that indicate or that affect the judgment ring, because in order to get good at the judgment ring, you really want to kind of get better as time goes on, because there are slight variances that allow the judgment ring to get slightly more difficult over time. And if you're always using items like this, you're not really going to improve at using the judgment ring. So anyway, we don't need any tents. It's actually really cool about this game is like we can buy healing items and such, but for the most part, we don't usually have to. We usually get more than enough to deal with all of the issues and, uses that we'll ever have for any of those items. So I'm just going to save over the previous save that I made here. And the game's nice. It puts only one save file on screen, so for the most part, I shouldn't have to cut out any of my saving anymore. But that's pretty much all the time we have for today. Next time, we talk to Alice, and we'll be able to advance the plot. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.